This is a playlist from the never-before-seen and exclusive extraterrestrial revelation series, especially for human civilization. Watch until the end, don't miss it for anything on Earth. Part 1. Idibell returns. The 49 races reveal humanity's hidden mission and the 9 rings. According to official representatives of the 49 extradimensional races, contact with humanity is neither recent nor isolated. It is part of an ongoing process that spans eras, civilizations, and planetary cycles. These beings, originating from higher dimensions and belonging to the Interdimensional alliance of the 49 races, have always maintained some level of communication with ancient peoples, although in a fragmented, restricted, and often misunderstood way. Around 30 years ago, however, a new cycle began. Beings of extremely high dimensional levels established direct contact with an incarnated human on Earth, Urand. This contact, according to representatives of the 49 dimensional races, was not random. Urand had been observed since childhood by entities capable of dematerialization, levitation, teleportation, and other manifestations that completely transcend human physics. Among these beings, one stands above all others, Idibell. According to representatives of the 49 dimensional races, Idibell acts as the direct emissary of the Alliance. He officially represents the 49 races before incarnated humans on Earth and maintains constant activity, guiding, instructing, and preparing those who carry the dimensional mission. Representatives of the 49 races say that Idibell has accompanied Urand since childhood. Using one of his dimensional abilities, he assumed the form of a human boy, approaching Urand naturally and discreetly. He became a constant friend, always present in the simplest and most ordinary moments. As the years passed, Urand began to realize that his friend was not an ordinary child. Idibell displayed unusual abilities, impossible movements, heightened perception, behaviors that did not fit any human pattern. Intrigued, Urand began questioning him, trying to understand why he was so different. It was during this period that Idibell revealed some initial truths about his origin and nature. He explained that he was not an ordinary human, but a dimensional being with responsibilities far greater than his childlike appearance suggested. Eventually, Idibell informed him that he would have to leave. The time for his departure had come, but he promised he would return in the future, when Urand was ready to understand the depth of his mission. Before he left, Urand asked the question he had carried since childhood: "Where do you come from? Where do you live?" Idibell looked up at the sky, pointed to the heavens, and replied, "I come from there. From the stars of the Pegasus constellation." According to representatives of the 49 dimensional races, this answer was not literal in the human sense. Idibell did not come from a physical planet within that constellation, but from a dimensional region associated with it, a symbolic and energetic reference point used by the 49 races to make their origins easier for humans to understand. Idibell's departure marked the end of one phase and the beginning of another. Urand grew up carrying the memory of that mysterious friend, unaware that years later Idibell would return, not as a boy, but as the direct emissary of the 49 races, bringing with him a mission that would change the destiny of humanity. These accounts reveal that the cosmos is structured into 9 rings, or 9 regions, each with its own laws, functions, and civilizations. Humanity, confined to the first ring, lost much of its original knowledge after the Aunaki intervention. For this reason, Idibell and other beings of his hierarchy have been instructing incarnated representatives on Earth to act in the present times, restoring information that was deliberately hidden. According to representatives of the 49-dimensional races, human diversity is far greater than the world population imagines. Just as there is diversity and gradations of consciousness in the animal kingdom, there is also dimensional diversity within humanity itself, but this information has been concealed for centuries. The so-called 9 races that maintain direct contact with the US government, and with other governments around the world, are not extraterrestrials in the traditional sense. They are humans, like us, but belonging to different lineages, with physical variations and specific abilities that have been kept secret by power structures controlling global information. Among these hidden civilizations is the Intramarine civilization. The bases mentioned in news reports, often described as extraterrestrial bases, actually belong to human groups that have lived beneath the oceans for thousands of years. They are not aliens, they are a branch of humanity that evolved in deep aquatic environments, developing specific adaptive traits. These intramarine beings have slightly scaled skin, similar to the texture popularly attributed to so-called reptilians. However, according to representatives of the 49 races, this association is incorrect. The reptilian race is not composed of reptiles. They are humans, part of human diversity, whose skin shows scale-like patterns due to biological adaptation to their environment, just as occurs with the intramarine peoples. According to representatives of the 49-dimensional races, this is the central point that has been hidden from humanity for millennia. The extraterrestrial question was never about beings from other planets, but about hidden human civilizations that have coexisted with surface humanity since immemorial times. The only beings truly capable of entering and leaving Earth, traveling through the 9 rings, and accessing other dimensional regions are the extradimensional beings of the 49 races. They possess technology and consciousness capable of crossing the cosmic membrane that surrounds the first ring, the region where humanity lives. Not even the powerful Aunaki race can leave Earth. They are also confined here. This happens because of a shield, an electromagnetic mechanical cosmic membrane, placed in the earliest stages of creation to prevent hostile races from invading the first ring. This shield is not a physical dome, but an energetic barrier that protects humanity and blocks the entry and exit of beings who do not have dimensional authorization. The Aunaki, therefore, are not gods, nor extraterrestrials in the popular sense. They are humans, belonging to a different typology, a branch of human diversity that developed before the installation of the shield. When the membrane was activated by the 49 extradimensional races, the Aunaki became trapped here, just like all other human lineages within the first ring. According to representatives of the 49 races, the Aunaki deliberately cultivated the image of superior extraterrestrial beings to maintain psychological control over ancient civilizations. They encouraged worship, manipulated mythologies, and presented themselves as gods to consolidate power and influence. Humanity was led to believe they came from the stars, when in reality they had always been here, sharing the same fundamental origin. The great revelation is that humanity is not alone, but it is also not being visited by beings from elsewhere. What exists is a hidden human diversity, parallel civilizations that evolved in different environments and were kept secret by power structures that feared the impact of this truth. According to representatives of the 49-dimensional races, to understand humanity's current situation, it is necessary to return to the beginning, to the moment when the Aunaki race decided to expand its domains and explore other regions of Earth, crossing internal boundaries and reaching other rings. It was during this expansion that they arrived in the first ring, the region where present-day humanity lives. However, long before the Aunaki reached the first ring, the original human race already existed and maintained interactions with other beings of high consciousness. Among these beings, the mural race stands out, a highly advanced civilization responsible for works that still challenge human understanding. According to representatives of the 49 races, the mural were the builders of the stepped pyramids, structures rich in detail and geometric precision that continue to impress any attentive observer. They also created underground pathways connecting various countries through extensive tunnels built with technology modern humanity still cannot comprehend. When the Aunaki finally arrived in the first ring, they found these mural structures already established. They took control of these locations, transforming them into bases, command centers, and strategic points for their operations on Earth. It was also during this period that the concept of royalty, as we know it today, emerged. The idea of kings, queens, and princes originated directly from the arrival of the Aunaki in the first ring. The great Aunaki king, Anu, had many children, including Enki, Enlil, Enana, Ninhursag, and others. These beings, upon settling in the region, produced descendants with both human and non-human lineages. Among these descendants were Marduk and Hangstar, sons of Enki. These hybrids possessed extremely tall stature, elongated skulls, and superior abilities, traits that placed them in positions of control over humanity from that point forward. According to representatives of the 49 races, the Aunaki developed special substances that allowed them to prolong life for long periods. Among these substances was monoatomic gold, used to maintain their vitality, longevity, and supremacy over humanity. It was also during this period that the Aunaki conducted repeated genetic experiments, resulting in the creation of the Adamic race. The original humanity was not Adamic, but over time, due to the mixing of lineages, much of the population of the first ring became descendants of this artificially created race. However, during this process, a decisive intervention occurred. The 49 extradimensional races intervened silently and introduced into the creation of the Adamic race an element that would change the destiny of humanity, the technology of the soul. This technology allowed human beings to acquire the ability to transmute multi-dimensional consciousness, spiritual evolution potential, and the key to leave the first ring and access higher dimensions. According to representatives of the 49-dimensional races, Idibell's return marked the beginning of a new phase in Urand's life. After many years since their childhood farewell, Idibell reappeared, but this time, he was not alone. He arrived accompanied by beings who occupied even higher hierarchical levels within the structure of the 49 races, entities with superior ranks and direct responsibilities in interdimensional coordination. These beings presented themselves to Urand, now an adult, and in a clear and respectful manner explained that he had a mission to fulfill on Earth. It was not an imposition, nor a forced destiny. According to representatives of the 49-dimensional races, the decision had to come exclusively from Urand. He had complete freedom to accept or refuse, as none of the 49 races can violate human free will. There were long conversations, days of explanations, clarifications, and profound revelations. The beings of the 49-dimensional races showed Urand the full scope of the planetary situation, the hidden human diversity, the function of the cosmic membrane, the presence of intraterrestrial and intramarine civilizations, and the strategic role he could play in the transition of knowledge to surface humanity. According to representatives of the 49 races, Urand listened attentively, reflected, questioned, and sought to understand the true magnitude of the responsibility being offered to him. He knew that accepting meant dedicating his life to a mission far beyond any personal interest. At the end of these conversations, Urand made his decision: he would accept the mission. He committed himself to helping humanity recover knowledge that had been hidden for millennia, to reveal the true human diversity, to explain the structure of the 9 rings, and to transmit information involving all actions of the 49 dimensional races. His purpose would be to prepare human civilization to understand the benefits, technologies, guidance, and processes that the 49 races are bringing to Earth in this cycle. According to representatives of the 49 dimensional races, once Urand accepted the mission, the next stage began: the formation of a group on Earth. This group could not be composed of ordinary people, but of individuals who carried specific characteristics, internal signs that they had a mission to fulfill on the planet. These signs, according to representatives of the 49 races, were clear: people who always felt they did not fully belong to Earth, individuals who spent their lives looking at the sky, with an inexplicable longing for something they could not name, people who never fit into traditional social patterns, human beings with a strong intuitive connection to dimensional knowledge, individuals who, from an early age, felt they were here for a greater purpose. These people, scattered around the world, carried a different sensitivity, a kind of dormant memory that connected them to the actions of the 49 races and to the energetic structures of the 9 rings. According to representatives of the 49 dimensional races, Urand's mission included locating, gathering, and preparing these individuals. They would be the first to receive the restored knowledge and the first to understand true human diversity and the role of the hidden civilizations. But Urand made one request, an essential modification to the mission. He told the beings of the 49 races that transmitting knowledge alone would not be enough. For the group to fulfill its role, they would also need to see the dimensional beings, just as he did. They would need to speak with them, witness their presence, feel their energy, and understand their reality directly, without intermediaries. According to representatives of the 49 races, this request was not common. Most dimensional contacts occur in a restricted, selective, and controlled manner. But after long discussions and evaluations, the beings agreed. They recognized that for the mission to succeed, the group would need direct contact, not just faith or second-hand accounts. And so, the agreement was sealed. The alliance between Urand and the 49 races was officially established, forming a pact of cooperation, instruction, and revelation. From that moment on, the mission was no longer Urand's alone. It became the mission of all those who carried the deep feeling that they were on Earth for a greater purpose. Continued in Part 2.